Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline as a play caller. You're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Green, 39!
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Dobbs now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Dobbs to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, Dobbs going for it all. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tony Jefferson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 11 carries, 83 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Back to throw Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time, He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Broken tackle. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Henry's got it out on the left side.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down.
Pass interference.
Let's check in with our
Defense.
referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Dobbs is throwing. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 56 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Jackson now. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Crabtree the target on that one.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Dobbs. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now Dobbs. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
This play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And on 3rd down. A nickel formation here defensively. Dobbs. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is when...
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ryan Shazier in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw on 3rd down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They run with Collins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little kind of...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A second quarter score from down in Houston. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now Jackson on second down. Drops it underneath for Collins. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 12. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Bell, and not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Up, this is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. In for the score. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
23 yards on the play.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Crabtree, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a play.
And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
To throw is Dobbs. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 44 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This is taken at the 3. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And again, it's Collins. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Got it complete to Crabtree. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Green.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Roll it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Jackson flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 30. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more.
Face mask. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And the ball moved up here now to 2nd and 7 following the penalty. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Flex round! Flex round!
Here's Dobbs to throw. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the one in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first 2 quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Here we go now.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't.
And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when I see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Steelers with a football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. On second down, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Back to throw Dobbs. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got